I need to stress something to you. One of the biggest decisions that you make on a daily basis for your health is whether or not you choose time versus convenience. All of the convenient food choices you make on a daily basis will impact your health in the future. Consistently choosing convenient options and not putting in the necessary work will bankrupt you. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Philippe here, and in today's video, I wanted to quickly talk about the worst foods for diabetes. Because believe it or not, a lot of the patients that I take care of with diabetes have these foods in their house and they're eating them almost on a daily basis. So let's dive right in. When it comes to eating foods, you really want to make sure that you're approaching it in the right frame of mind. Check out the link in the description below for the video on my channel where I talk about that in more detail. But for now, one of the main foods, or rather in this case, one of the main things that diabetics really should be avoiding are sodas. Sodas and energy drinks, basically all of the sugary beverages. I know a lot of diabetics that love them some Mountain Dew, but you really need to ditch that. Opt for water. Substitute that with water. Look into the flavored water, flavored sparkling water. Reset your sugar addiction, because let me tell you, we all have a sugar addiction. Stay tuned for my video on that, by the way. But yeah, also, if you want to find other ways to stay hydrated without using water, check out that video on my channel. Another thing to avoid would be sugary snacks, right? Those are things like candy, cookies, cakes. It's the sweet tooth. Like I said, sugar addiction in this world is out of control. And it is ruining not only your health, but it's also ruining your pockets. Not only today, but also in the future. Another thing that diabetics should be avoiding would be refined carbs, such as pasta, white rice, white breads. These refined grains, they have a high glycemic index. Check out the video on my channel where I talk about glycemic index. And what you want to do is you want to substitute the refined grains for whole grains, whole wheat. The reason why is so that your sugar doesn't spike, so that you can have more fiber in your diet that can also help regulate your blood sugar levels. Next on the list, believe it or not, are the processed meats like bacon, sausage, and deli meats. You want to avoid these because they tend to be high in sodium, aka salt, as well as unhealthy fats, the saturated fats. And those two in overabundance can worsen your heart health. And there is a tight link between diabetes and bad heart health. And you want to do everything in your power to eat foods that are good for your heart. So what you want to do, instead of eating those, choose lean meats like turkey and chicken. And as a matter of fact, you should really be increasing your plant-based proteins. This next one, I can't tell you how many people I know eat this almost every day, despite them having diabetes. Cereal. I know. You might love you some cereal. You might love cereal. But let me tell you, cereal does not love you. The company does because you're buying it all the time, but your body does not love it, or at least not in the way that you might think. So ditch those sugary cereals. As a matter of fact, if you have diabetes or pre-diabetes, don't eat cereal at all. Just stop it, period. They lack fiber, or at least they lack adequate fiber. They can lead to spiking your sugar and then spiking your insulin level, which is bad for you long term. So do yourself a favor. Opt for whole grain cereal without any added sugars. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Put that Cheerios box down. More about that in another video. Another thing you want to avoid are obviously the fried foods. You know, French fries, fried wings, chicken, deep fried, etc. You really want to be swapping those with baked options. Or if you have an air fryer, choose that instead of deep frying it in oil. Healthy alternative. Ooh, this next one is a personal favorite of mine, the baked goods, the pastries. Yeah, this next category, the pastries, the baked goods. So those are things like donuts, muffins, croissants, etc. Obviously, self-explanatory. Bad for diabetics, bad for prediabetes, bad for metabolic syndrome, bad for weight gain, or rather bad for weight loss. So what you should try to do is try to make it yourself. Try to make it yourself at home, choosing healthier ingredients. There are a lot of resources on the internet that can help you recreate some of your favorite dishes at home. This next one is also commonly forgotten. This would be the fruit juices in your fridge, especially the 100% juices. You should get rid of those too, because they are also high in added sugar, low in fiber, and the other part is, more oftentimes than not, you're unlikely just drinking one serving, which is typically 8 fluid ounces. So what you should do, number one, stay hydrated with water, but then 2, swap the fruit juice for the actual fruit. Maybe over time, you'll reset your sugar addiction and you won't need to have highly refined sugars, processed foods for your sweet tooth, and you could eventually be satisfied with things just like fruit. And last but not least, you want to ditch the sugary condiments and sauces. So yes, things like ketchup, barbecue sauce, etc. that have high fructose corn syrup, added sugars, etc. Even sweet salad dressings. And what you want to do is look for the low sugar versions of those. So it may take you a couple extra minutes while you're grocery shopping, paying more attention to the nutrition labels, and working your way to reduce your added sugar consumption by making some of these changes. If you do all this and you make all these changes, not only will your sugar be lower overall, you'll feel better, you'll be making steps towards becoming healthier, and who knows, maybe you might need less medication. But, as always, discuss this with a healthcare provider, eat a heart-healthy diet, as well as exercise with cardio and strength training. Those are the 3 biggest things you can do for your health long term. And these are the foods, drinks, etc. that you should be avoiding, especially if you have type 2 diabetes, if you have prediabetes, metabolic syndrome, if you're trying to lose weight, trying to improve your heart health, etc. So thanks again for stopping by my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.